my YouTube birthday. I didn't know. Who'd have thunk it? I really didn't realise. I signed on this morning and I thought, oh, has it been that long? Has it been a whole year? No, it hasn't been a whole year. It's been a whole 17 years. Can you believe it? Yes, indeed. I was 4 years old when I started on YouTube. 4 years old, even though I was quite mature. 4 years old, can you really believe it? 4 years old, 17 years ago. Hello, Philip. Yes, exactly. Hello, Chase. Hello, Philip. I am only 21, and that is the truth, and that is true. And if you believe that I've got a submarine that you can go in, don't do it. Definitely don't do it. Oh, what a week it's been. We've all been on tenterhooks waiting to hear news of various different things, and then going, oh well, that was sort of inevitable. Really was. So sorry about that. It's very sad, and things happen, and here I am 17 years later, and I haven't got anything to say. Yes, so it's been a while, isn't it? Oh, you can see in the background, that is actually, I put that together a while ago. That's a play set from Hunchback of Notre Dame, and there's another one there which I put together. Look at that. Whoa, so exciting, and a big giant head in the background. So that's exciting, isn't it? Yes, so happy birthday to me. It's not my real birthday, but it's my YouTube birthday. 17. In 17 years, none of us will still be here, probably, because things change. Even if we're still here, will we still be here in YouTube land? Who knows? It's surprising how long it's been here, really. That's like people that weren't even alive. Hello, good evening, Terry. People that can drive now, that weren't even alive, weren't even born yet when YouTube came to be. I wasn't here from the beginning. I did. Oh, thank you so much, Chase. I have not been here from the beginning, but I am here right now. I don't think I've really come that far, but I've had more than 6 million views by now, and that's because I've made about 6 million videos that all had one view each. One view each. It's pretty much so. Lots of videos and very few views for each of them. But there was somebody on Celebrity, what was it called? Pointless. Celebrity Pointless, who I'm not sure is a celebrity, because they said, we're a comedian, and Alexander Armstrong was like, oh yes, you're on YouTube, and they're like, oh yes, we've had 500,000 views over the course of a decade. It's like, that's not very much, and yet they had spurred their career forward with this not very exciting and not very huge view count, but they have only got about 6 videos, so for 6 videos, that's quite good. So you spread it over as many videos as I've made, and maybe not so impressive, really, but I've been here a long time. I've stood the test of time, and here I am now. That was discordant, which is very much like my YouTube career, really. So it's been a while. Who could believe it? I mean, there's so many videos that some of them have had more than 3 views. Some of them have even had in the millions. But that's what the time. See what's become of me. Time. See what's become of me. Yes. Time. I'm not sure. Is that a David Bowie song? Time. There's a different time. There's a lot of videos. There's a lot of videos. I mean, there's a lot of songs about time. The time, the clicking of the tongue, the clicking of the time in this time has come. The time has come. The time has gone. The time has come. The time has gone. Oh, Simon and Garfunkel, time. Everyone's got a song about time. Doctor Who does not have a song about time. Simon and Garfunkel. Time, still what's become of time of me. I don't know which one. Which song is that, by the way? The Simon and Garfunkel song. It's not. Garfunkel's song about the rabbit. Oh, A Hazy Shade of Winter. A Hazy Shade of Winter. A Hazy Shade of winter. I thought that was the Mamas and the Papas. That was the Mamas and the Papas. Have I enjoyed being on YouTube? I suppose I have some of the time. Some of the time, some of the long time. But it's been a long, long time. Sounds of silence, yes. How have I been looking for fame and fortune? More than 17 years. But I've been here for 17 years. But of course I was very, very young when only 4 as we've established. So I've still got lots of time because I'm only 21 years old. Ha 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 ha. Oh, it goes, doesn't it? It's like, oh my goodness me. 17 years time is a long time. Oh my gosh. That's what I think of that. Wibbly wobbly time. Bright eyes, yes. Burning like fire. Bright eyes. How can they close and fade? How can the eyes that burn so brightly, so big, burn so pale? Bright eyes. That's nearly it. Timey-wimey, poo-pee-poo. Can you make any song with the chords that you can do? I can only do these chords too. If I really, really try, I can do a few more, but mostly these, and there are no more. I'm sorry, but this is it. My brother is amazing at guitar. I was looking at, me and my dad were looking at his little, he's got videos of his close up and he's just doing it and you can't see his face. And he's doing all the classics and he's amazing. And I'm like, oh my goodness me. I'm not that. I do not do that. I just strum, 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 strum. Any old thing will do. And that's all I've got to do. So, yeah. It's been. Can you believe? Oh my gosh, B-E-B-E. You're going to spell things out, Chase. B-A. Oh, right, it's going to take a while. But it's, oh my goodness. Well, anyway, I'm preparing for Edinburgh now, even though I'm not going there. Although I might go there. I've decided maybe I will go up there, but it's very expensive. I've been like looking at it, and the reason I decided not to go out for the whole 3 weeks is because everything's gone up in price and it's very expensive. That's the main reason. And also I was like, oh, yeah, maybe not. But it is very expensive, but I might go up there anyway just to see what's going on. But I'm going to do a sort of show where I interview other people that have got shows. And I'm going to do this as well, but I'm going to do this on Sundays and Wednesdays. So I'm going to do exactly this, only more so. And it will be part of the free fringe. So you can give money to me if you want, but I'm not sure. I haven't worked out the logistics or whatever. Yeah, be full. Yes. So it's clocking of which. Oh my goodness! It takes me a little while to get money from YouTube, but I got paid out for that. It takes like they don't pay until you get £60. So it's taken about a year. It's about maybe a little bit less than a year actually. I think I got one in October or November, so I just got another one. So thank you to everyone who's been so generous and lovely, because it's only taken like 8 months. It's like, if you work that out for time put into it, it's maybe a penny a day, something like that. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, maybe not gonna keep the wolf from the door, but it's a start, isn't it? It is a start. And my mother saw a thing the other day, that in this area where she lives, they're going to put money, like a whole £2,000 into getting influencers to make videos about the area. And my mother's like, why don't you do that? And I'm like, I'm not exactly an influencer, and it's not really going to stop, it's not really a job, £2,000. And I think that is £2,000 for all the influencers that they're going to get. So maybe they are looking for like 2,000 videos at £1 each. So maybe that's not going to really pay for it anyway. But I contacted them anyway with a list of videos that I've made of walks and interesting places. And who knows, maybe I'll get something out of that. But I was like looking at all the comedians and stuff and thinking I should go back to proper comedy. But it's like, because I still haven't got into the mind frame. I mean, because of the event and the things that have happened in the last few years, I still really haven't got back into it. Although I'm seeing people that really, really definitely have, and they're like picturing, people that I know that are picturing themselves with famous people in the green rooms and stuff. Green rooms, for the people that aren't in the know, and the rooms that you have behind the stage where you schmooze with the other comedians. Now, there are, to be honest, I have had some gigs where there are green rooms. Most places that I've had gigs in, there's not really a green room. It's more of like, if you're lucky, there might be a sort of a chair somewhere in the room you can sit in. But usually there haven't been like areas where you can schmooze with the other people with snacks and stuff, but it's always really nice when you do get that. And I've had more than one. I think, well, is it Worthing? No, there's a seaside town, I can't remember. There was I'm not sure what it's called. Oh, terrible. Tom Thumb Theatre, which is a tiny little theatre. And there were quite a lot of people on the bill. And it's a lovely little theatre. And it's by the seaside. And I had, it's not Worthing, I can't remember where it is. But, oh, thank you very much, Harry Finkel. Just roughly 20 pence per day. What, 20 pence a day? Wow, I'm doing really well then. Yeah, actually make more from doing like playing little online games, because you can get like on your phone, you can get download these apps and then you go la 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 la. And in fact, I'm thinking that the people that advertise those apps, because the way you get paid is because you watch adverts and then they pay you for watching the adverts. But then the adverts seem to be people that are going, oh, why don't you download things and play games and you'll make money. It's like, you're not going to make a lot. It's going to take you a while. So, and also, I've got a theory that a lot of these people, because it's like, download our app, it's like they might have been paid for something, but they're not really getting paid for the thing that they're actually being used for advertising. I mean, I'm very, very careful not to tick the box where it says they can just use your image and use it on loads of things. But I've got a feeling that a lot of people do use things on other people's. It's a lot of exploitation around there. But yeah, 20 pence a day is probably what I get from. No, probably not. It takes me like about 3 months to get 20 quid from playing online games all day, every day. That's my job now, playing online games. It's not very good. It's not. I wouldn't recommend it as a sort of career. Really, I think there's better ways. Really, have I recorded my own music before? Well, I have videoed my own music before. I haven't actually tried selling it because I've got a feeling that if I like put it on iTunes or whatever, it wouldn't really sell that well. Thinking about it, I mean, I probably by this time got an album's worth, if you could call it that, of that's how many rubbish songs that I've done. I mean, I think they're quite cool. I think some of them are really quite funny, but in terms of actually recording them and putting them out for people to sell, I'm not sure that anybody would buy. Yeah. But exactly, a lot of people have replaced themselves with AI, Harry Fingal. There's like rumours that Britney Spears is completely AI generated now. Although there are other rumours that she was seen at Bristol Airport yesterday and that she's going to be at Glastonbury. Now I will believe that when I see it, but apparently Elton John's going to do his last ever show, which he's been saying that he's been doing the last ever show for a while, but his last ever live show, and she's going to be there. That'll be interesting, but it's... I would think that if it is her, then it'll be a real version of her, rather than an AI version. Like, I'm with an actors union that's got a campaign to don't let AI steal the show, it's called, that's trying to campaign to make sure that people have got rights and the copyrights aren't infringed and that people have got work and stuff. But I think it's a losing battle, because I think one of the people that's in charge of trying to sort it out gets very excited when he hears that Will Smith has got a digital avatar that he can put in any advert anywhere, very much like these online people that are being advertising these games, that Will Smith might pop up and he's like advertising this guy. This is Ed O'Neill. I've seen Ed O'Neill from Married with Children and Modern Family advertising one particular digital game, and you think he's got better things to do. And I don't think it's an AI version of Ed O'Neill, but it might be. Who even knows? I always get Ed O'Neill mixed up with Ed Harris, who I think was in The Abyss, which is probably a topical film for this week, really. There's a lot of I was going to say David Cameron, James Cameron, not quite the same person. James Cameron, he's been on the news lately. He's had his time in the sun, which is more that you can say for the people that he's talking about, really. But yeah, but everyone's like, oh, we shouldn't talk about these people. But I mean, these billionaires got underground. It's not underground, and they did stuff, and it's inadvisable, I would say. But I did see a video of this woman that had spent her entire life saving up for the same thing, and she did see the Titanic, and I've got respect for her because she had a dream and she spent all the time that she had in her life learning to be a diver and planning towards it, and she did it, and it was amazing, and that I respect. Now I'm not sure, because that's taken her whole life, and it's taken some other people's whole lives too, but it's not different things. She has found the dream and she's done the dream and she actually achieved it and she worked towards it. Whereas if you've got billions of dollars, then you just go, and that's it, But I mean, people that have got billions of dollars, I've already lost 2 people now. I've lost 2 of you. One from a submarine. It's like just, it's bad. I mean, you feel sad for them. It's bad and it's sad, but it's like it meant nothing to them, really. When you see the difference between somebody that spent their whole life working towards it and somebody that just go, yeah, let's just do that on a whim. It's just ridiculous, really. Yeah, I mean, if you've got so much money that you could do anything you want, it's like, would you do that? I suppose you would. You just don't really. It's probably nothing means anything anymore, really. And obviously, I respect other families, and it's very sad, and it's very sad that it happened to them. But yeah, it's very sad. But why have we been talking about it for a whole week? Why am I still talking about it? It's just like, oh, yeah. When we could be talking about something happy. What happy in the news? Happy, 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 happy. What is happy in the news? I don't know. I can't think of anything. I had some cake today. That was nice. It was gluten-free. So that's happy. Happy, happy, happy. Thank you very much, Shiny Happy. And respect to the people that are no longer with us. Oh dear, that's very sad. It's so sad. But there's other things that are sadder in the world. And everybody's got to go. In the end, anyway, I suppose they did what they wanted to do, and that's all you can say. Both for them, I suppose. Yeah, so, yay Beatles, yes. Yesterday. They didn't do it yesterday. It was a week ago today. And we're still talking about it this week, so they've got a legacy. So that's good, I suppose. That's all you can hope for is a legacy. People will remember them. So that's good. I suppose that people remember you. That's all you can hope for, really, because, I mean, not everybody's remembered, so they will always be remembered until everybody in the world explodes, which will happen in no time at all, probably, because apparently we've exhausted all the oxygen and everything's bad. I found out the other day, I probably knew this in the back of my mind, that everybody on Earth is related to one particular tribe of people from 70,000 years ago in northeastern Africa. Everybody. So something terrible happened 70 years ago that meant that every single other person in the world is related to these people, and they spread out. So just in the farthest reaches, I mean, we're talking about everybody in the world. Everybody in every part of the world came from here originally and spread. And there were other people. There were quite a lot of other people at some point, but we don't know what happened to them. So we only remember the DNA of those people that were in that particular part of the world at that time. We're all related to each other. La 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 la. And there might have only been like 20 people. And now there's 8 billion people. And we're all related to that tiny little tribe that they can there's still people there as well in that area that you can relate to yourself. You're like, ooh, there's still people there, and yet, ooh, it's exciting. Yes, exactly. Well, I mean, by that time there was more people but you can trace them all back to there. I mean, everybody's related to these people at some point. So that is, it is a problem though, because there's like myths and legends about aliens. And other races of people that interbred. Whether you can believe any of that, it's the sort of thing that people have spent their whole lives having careers about it all, and it was all aliens. But of course things did happen further in the past. I mean, you look at Göbekli Tepe. I always say Göbekli Tepe. It's Göbekli Tepe, which is actually from 12,000 years ago, that somebody went out their way to bury it, either because there was something bad happening and they wanted to cover it up, or they're just like, well, we're not doing this anymore. They put lots of lovely carvings on stones and stuff, and it's all intricately done, and then they buried it for some reason, or it somehow got buried. Maybe they didn't do it deliberately, they just forgot about it or something. Who knows? But that's interesting. And talking of which, I was going to go for a walk today, but the people that I was going to go for a walk with had better things to do because of birthdays. Not my birthday from YouTube, because of their important birthdays that are more important, because other people have lives, and that's understandable. Anyway, so I didn't go on this walk, but I was going to go on the top of the mountain. There's this place called Devil's Heap of Stones, which I've talked about before, and I keep wanting to visit it. I visited it once, and I saw a sheep being born on the top of it and everything. And I've always been like, oh, I'm sure that, because there's a legend, there's a place called St. Cadoc's Church, so there's a legend that St. Cadoc's Church kept, when they were building it, like 1,000 years ago, it kept getting taken apart, and the stones kept being, so in the middle of the night the devil took the stones onto the top of the mountain. It's like, well, I think maybe the other way around, that the people that built St. Cadoc's Church decided to take all the stones from the top of the mountain that were from some other ancient monument and put them there. Because there's a lot of talk now these days about putting windmills on the top of mountains, and I've got no problem with renewable energy and stuff like that if it's not put on things that are important that they've just decided to forget. But apparently they're putting them on top of the mountains and putting them over things like Roman ruins that they're like, we're just not going to do any scientific examination of this, and then we don't have to think about it. But I found out, I was thinking there aren't even any stone circles in the area, I thought. But I thought, I'll go looking, and I looked up, and for some reason today, I must have put a different search term in the search engine, because I found that there is actually a stone circle on the top of the mountain, right opposite me. And I didn't, it says that it's 1/2 a metre high, and it's very denuded, and it's covered in vegetation, and there's a dip in the middle. And I thought, oh, so I looked at the actual, I looked on Google Earth and stuff, and you can't really see it because there is a lot of vegetation, but you can just about see a circle still. I was like, ooh, you can. And I don't know whether you can see it when you're up there, and I've never heard about it before, so obviously nobody's really, and it's not actually labelled in any way. There's quite a lot of these monuments on the top of the mountain, and none of them are labelled on Google Maps, which I think is a bit strange, really. The actual mountain it's on, I looked up on Google Earth, and that isn't even, when you can't, you know, everything else is like, this tiny little village, boom, this tiny little place, ba-doom, this strange little anomaly, ba-doom, but it's not finding these, so that's strange. That's very strange that even though it's right there, and I should know about it, I don't know anybody that knows about it. I've only just found it today, and I think it was marked a while ago, so there's stone circles, and who knows who put them there. Maybe it was aliens, because I have seen weird sort of flying saucery things over that mountain, which are just probably weather balloons, fair enough, but maybe they're not, because somebody said that they found an alien at the bottom of the sea in the Pacific, but I didn't see the whole of the video, so maybe it just said, ha, that's not true. Maybe it's probably made up, completely made up. But I think there are a lot of ancient monuments in this area that nobody's bothered to really research properly, and it would cost too much money, and also it would mean that you'd have to faff about going, oh no, well if that's an ancient monument then we have to really make sure it's preserved and stuff like that. Let's not do that. Let's just pretend it's not there and drive a truck over it. And oh no, it's not there anymore. Because there are other more modern buildings in this area. Like my mum joined me up to a Facebook group that's got loads of old photos of this area. And you go, ooh, where's that? And there's some interesting places that you're like, well, I can't believe they got rid of that. There's nothing here anymore. But that building looks fantastic. All these hotels and businesses and hospitals and shops, and they're not there anymore. So yeah, if they get rid of things that are actually useful and modern and good to look at and stuff, then they'll definitely get rid of stuff that's a faff to keep hold of, and so that's probably what's happened. So maybe that's what happened to Göbekli Tepe, that they were like, what a faff. We have to keep scrubbing these little stones every day. It's such a faff. Let's just bury it, and then we don't have to think about it anymore. That'll be fine. If somebody finds it, they can deal with it if they're interested, because we're not anymore. That's probably what happened, really. But there is all sorts of civilization deep in the past. Very much like my YouTube, that everyone's forgotten about all the videos I used to make. They're all here still. You can go and find them if you dig really deeply. So dig really deeply and find all the things that I made in the past. Not so much now, apart from this sort of thing. But I do a couple of shorts now, and you can watch them as well. They're modern and they're not doing badly, although the last one didn't do very well. The last one didn't get very many views at all, but the one before got like 1,000. But that's weird. I don't understand YouTube, the way the algorithm works anymore, because it used to be that I put a video up and it'd get about 100 views overnight, and then it would build and build, and I'd get thousands and thousands, and I'd be yay. But now it's like, if it doesn't immediately get more than 1,000, then it's all it's going to get. Whatever it gets immediately, which is maybe 30, that's what it stops at, and it never gets any more. I don't understand it. It used to be, oh, I just like, oh, it doesn't get any views. Oh, it's got 100. Oh, it's got 1,000. Oh, it's got 1,000,000. All right. And now it's like, oh, it's got 30. Well, that's good. Will it grow? No, it will not grow. That's it. So I've done something terribly, terribly wrong. Maybe it's because I'm 17 years old now in YouTube years. And that's very, 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 very old for YouTube. Very, 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 very old. A message has been held for review. I will review it later, but I haven't got time now. Sadly so. Very, very sadly so. I will look at it. This message has been held for review. I don't know what it says, but I'll look at it later. I'm sure it doesn't say anything bad, but I'll look at it later. Anyway, room with a view, with only YouTube in the view. Yes, exactly, Fingal. And I love you all. And that sort of rhymes. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, so, yeah. Ooh, this is what I brought home with me. Look at this. Yay! This is 17 years old, probably more than that. Look at this. Isn't this good? My dad was very excited when he saw that I brought this home. He's like, well, I bet that's worth a lot. It's not, because nothing's worth a lot anymore. It's like I used to work for a Beanie Baby magazine, and I still got a pile. I brought a pile of Beanie Baby magazines home with me, I think, and Pokemon cards and things like that. And it used to be, I did the listings to see how much they were worth, and it'd be like, I'd have to translate the dollar price into pounds, and it would be like, oh, that's worth a lot. But Beanie Babies are not worth anything now. If you can get £3 for them, then you're very, very lucky indeed. So I don't know how much this is worth, but it's not in a box. But yes, now he's called the Mandalorian, isn't it? But of course he wasn't. He's Boba Fett. So I was like, my dad was like, what's his name? I go, Boba Fett. He's like, what? I go, Boba Fett. He's like, what? I say, Boba Fett. You what? He said, Captain. He said, no. I said, Captain. He said, what do you want? He said, Captain. I said, what? Yeah. Anyway, so, can't find it anywhere. Beanie Babies will be popular again. A bubble, like a South Sea bubble, like the South Sea bubble, which Dickens really wrote about. And that was good. You can go, I've got lots of money, it's like cryptocurrency. A Beanie Baby is like, no, I never had a princess tea. A princess die, I realise, but that does not rhyme. And I bought, I can't believe it, but why did I do that? I actually bought one of those NFTs yesterday for $1.50 or something, because it was like, if you get this for $1.50, we'll give you $10. I was like, all right then. So in order to get, it's like, it's a sort of prize. It's like, if you buy this, we'll give you more. All right then, because it's not worth anything, cryptocurrency. I bought it in Ethereum, and it's like a little playing card with a cat on it. I was like, well, look at that. At least I can look at it and go, ooh, look, I've got a picture on my phone. Yay! I spent $1.50 of Ethereum, which means nothing. I'm like, what am I've got this. I didn't pay any money for this. I used to like click on things and go, oh, I've got some Ethereum for free. What does that mean? I don't know. So I've used the Ethereum that I've got for free, and that's worth $1. And I've used it to buy a picture of a cat. Whoa! I've got a picture of a cat. I'm just quids in now. The picture of the cat. It's not a limited edition picture of a cat. Apparently they've got like 3 million billion people have bought this picture of a cat for $1. I tried actually making an NFT. Yes, it's a cat pic. It's a cat pic on a playing card. It's quite pretty, really. I can't show you because it's on the same phone that I'm using here as a camera. But I tried making an NFT. I thought, ooh, if I make an NFT, will people buy it? And I tried making it, and then it said press mint. I'm like, all right. And then I waited about 2 hours. It's like, It's not doing anything. So I could have been worth £1 billion by now if my NFT that I made with a picture that I actually drew on Photoshop. Actually, what I got was we had ages ago on LiveJournal. Everyone was trying to draw pictures on MS Paint, and I thought I can do better than that. I'll just use Photoshop, and I won't use a photo. I'll just draw with the Photoshop because you can like draw it. So I get all the colours. And it's like, because the paint packages were limited in there. MS Paint, you didn't have enough colours. I'm like, I've got more colours, I'll just draw. So I got really good at drawing pictures. Like, I didn't use photos or anything. It was just completely from scratch. And I was just like, whoa, look at that. So I got a load of MS Paint stroke Photoshop created paintings that I made well before AI, that I actually created with my own fingers and hands and computer and brain. And I think they're really lovely. And I had I made a T-shirt out of one of them, and and nobody bought that either. So nobody bought my nobody bought my NFTs because my NFT doesn't actually exist because it didn't work when I tried doing it. So maybe I'll try again. But I'm like wary because I'm like, what if they charge me money to make this and I've read this wrong? But I did try making it, but it's all right. Never mind. I've got a picture of a cat on my phone. I go, whoa, picture of a cartoon cat on a playing card. Oh, yes, that's worth nothing at all. Out of electronic nothings, made of nothing. But it's for some reason, I was like, oh, it's like, yay, I've got an NFT. Whoa, go me. And I think it's nonsense, and I think it's a stupid idea. This is it. Fundamentally, I think NFTs are a bit weird and silly, but I still went whoo when I got my picture of a cartoon cat, and I don't know why. I think there's something psychological about them, and now I sort of see what the appeal is. You go, woo. So yeah, maybe buy my NFT if I ever make it, which I probably won't because I don't know what to do. Exactly, not fiscally trustworthy, but imagine having a little picture of that I've made and go, look what I've bought, and it was $3. I actually tried selling it for £50 or something, so it's probably just as well that it didn't actually work because I was like getting greedy. I was like, nobody's going to actually buy this, but imagine if they did. I was thinking, it's like, it's just a weird thing. I don't understand why they do it, but I've still got one now, so that's good. Anyway, I will go now and just go and look at my cartoon cat and go, woo, happy 17th anniversary for me. Look at my cartoon cat. Yay, yay. All right, I'll see you next week, and I'll probably be in London back by then. I haven't actually bought my ticket back, but I probably will be. So cheery, bye, 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 bye.